Wait a second. Need to switch to my pad and minimize this just slightly so that I can fit it on the screen. Now I'm ready. Oh, we're streaming already.
Yes.
Wow, that was quick. That was a quick jump. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this fine new episode of the Ubuntu Touch Q&A. It's episode 168, streamed live on June the 28th, 2025. Wow, it's a big number already. And joining me tonight is...
Apply. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet
Hello,
you.
Apply. Hope everything is going fine on your end.
Yeah, it is. And actually, there's already people in the chat. And so it's someone that just discovered that we were still here. And I like it.
Yeah.
Hello, Polarity.
Hello.
I hope you stayed logged in until the show started, because you were here quite some time ago. But yeah, great.
Very nice. So let's start this fine little show with a little bit of roundup of news. Then we will head over to questions. We will also mention some sponsors and very important people making this whole thing possible. And then we'll head over to questions coming from the forum and maybe also some live chat questions. But let's start with the news. We have a bunch of new things landing. First and foremost, we have new artwork coming from the community, which landed in the boot screen. So if you update to the latest version on UTNX/24041.x, if you update to one of those, it will give you the new boot logo. And I think it looks shiny. I like it very much. It was surprising me when I just rebooted the phone earlier. But it was a nice surprise, and I liked it very much. Hope you like it as well. Other than that, we also have a few things coming with encryption, and I've started something. It's not merged yet, but I started something of a little UX / system settings UI type of work. So what I've done is I've brought the system settings integration into system settings for bringing encryption into the system, so that you can enable encryption from system settings. It requires you to enter a PIN or password, but then it will do its magic. It will translate over, or it will copy over the files that you already have into this encrypted storage. And with that, you're left with a directory that you can remove, that will be removed. And that means that it is a one-way transaction, so you cannot reverse this without manual intervention. Keep that in mind. Be aware of that. And also, there is a little break here that I need to mention that is a little annoying, but sadly is a reality, and that is with older kernels below version 5.4 and down. Those versions are exposed to an issue where the encrypted key store doesn't move over to the processes in the container so that it has access to the encrypted storage. So when you mount, for example, your home directory into a Docker container or a Wait container, it will stop working because it doesn't have an access to the key that encrypts the data so that it can play along. And with that, only newer generation devices work properly. It's an error that will pop up depending on the device configuration. It's all taken care of. You are warned properly when you open up this system settings page on a phone that is exposed to this issue. You will be informed so that you can make a proper decision about how to proceed here. Other than that, it works pretty well. I've been running it on my Fairphone 5. Works pretty flawlessly. And setup is also pretty smooth. So it's not over the top. It's just a simple list of very important notes and the start button, and it shows a dialog afterwards, which you enter your PIN in or your password, and off it goes. That's about it.
Do you want to share maybe the screenshot you took for this?
Yes, sure. Oh, you prepared it this way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we have for here, for example, we have the starting page. Actually, what I should showcase first is this one, because this is where it starts. You tap the security and privacy tab, and off you go with an encryption thing here in the first in the first half of the section. And when you tap that, you will be presented with this. You will be asked whether you want to do this. Keep in mind that this is a migration that is going to happen, so data will be moved and old data will be removed. So keep that in mind. And also, if it is a version which is exposed to the issue, it showcases the additional information about it. But it then asks for the pin. It does its magic. It all happens. The rest of it all happens in the dialog because it's doing something. And when it's done, it will reboot. So there's not much to show other than a plain old vanilla busy indicator that showcases that, hey, there is something happening. Don't touch this.
Yeah. And there was a question in the Telegram group about does it need to stay screen on during this time? Do we need to keep it active, or is it going
It will ask for the keep on permission by itself. It will definitely keep on the screen while it's doing things. Because otherwise it would be very easy to just trigger sleep and it wouldn't do anything. So I did this and it works, and it works pretty well, if I may say so myself. I don't know. We'll see when more people get to touch it. Right now it's just me who has seen it, and I want to make sure that others get to see it as well.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, you thought of everything, so that's great. It's easy to use. It has been well integrated, in my opinion, and yeah, so good thing. Can't wait to test it out.
Also, code-wise, I'm very proud of it. If someone takes a look at the change, I'm very proud of the change. Not the code that it introduces. I'm very proud of that one, for whatever reason. Because I like the data structure name so much. Questionnaire. It's a questionnaire that it goes through. It's a bunch of questions with a bunch of answers. That's what happens when you set up FS-Crypt with the encryption key. It asks you questions and you want automatic answers to it. So that's what the data structure that I come up with works pretty well, and I hope it stays that way.
That's great. Hope it stays that way too, because yeah, it can be annoying if you have your home disk encrypted and you cannot access it anymore.
Which brings us also, there is something to be said. There is a recovery key that will be printed into the home directory once it's created. So the recovery key, once you need to recover it somehow, there is instruction in the home directory how to do this, how to recover a broken system, basically, without access to the login key or to the login password. It gives you a straight guide to it.
Okay, so you will have like something to just boot the phone without entering your PIN and then connect via SSH to do it?
You could do that. You could also start a recovery, and from the recovery, root into a simple Ubuntu environment where you can run FS-Crypt.
Oh,
that should also do it.
Great.
It's running on the same kernel after all.
Pretty good. Pretty nice. Yeah, while we are on the topic of some experiments, because it's not, it has not landed yet completely. I happen to know that there's a bank or sort of bank that is working on a banking app for Ubuntu Touch. So this bank is called Monflo, and it's based in Netherlands currently, and they might open to other European countries. And I happen to have a video here that I can show you. This is a demo. Oh, it's not started from the beginning.
Oh wow!
So this is a developer of Monflo that is showcasing it to their board. And so they develop a native app for Ubuntu Touch.
Is the name short for money flow? Who knows?
I suppose it is.
One would guess.
Yeah, and so this bank is based on what is it? The crypto the Mica. Yes, it's Mica, which is I don't remember the acronym, but it's a European crypto law that allows some. So this is not really a bank yet because it's not recognized as such, but this is one of the first companies that will be MiCA compatible. So they are already able to operate in Netherlands and soon in the rest of the EU. So that will be something interesting for people that rely on or for whom the bank account is not able to be accessed without an app, Android or iOS. So that would be an alternative for us. And I find it really exciting. Sorry?
I very much welcome this move. Very much.
Yeah, me too. And yeah. If you don't like crypto, I guess you can be a bit scared of it. But now it's been framed by the law, so I guess it's safer than the Far West that it was before the legislation. Of course, this is a development thing, so the QWERTY password and the one-time password are not valid. So don't try this when the bank will release the app, it won't work.
But it looks nice from a start, and also like the card in the overview. It looks very nice.
Yeah.
Once it gets done, there we go. This one looks very professional. Makes me wonder who they let it design.
And so, yeah, they have access to a lot of crypto money. And they also allow so euro transactions as well, and crypto from euro or euro to crypto both ways.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you want to use your crypto wallet to pay someone in euros, and you can make a wire transfer with this, it will be seamless. I find it really cool.
Very nice.
Most of it because it's also landing on Ubuntu Touch, so that's great.
Right. Makes it even cooler, very much. Hats off to everyone involved in this. Keep up the good work.
Yeah. So yeah, it's slick design, simple, and yeah. So let's see when it lands officially.
Needs to do the job effective. Needs to do the job effectively, and this looks like it does.
Yeah, that's it. It won't go to the end because it's a bit long.
Yes. Well, thanks for showing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think it's Go ahead.
I think it's. I could also go on mentioning a few news that have landed over the last 2 weeks. Real quick, just a few notes here. If someone wants to pair their Nissan with Ubuntu Touch, they can now do this because do not try to auto pair with Nissan Connect devices is now merged, which auto enters the proper pin for you to connect properly with Bluetooth to your Nissan connection. So that is something. Your car should work properly now. And with that, thanks again to Florian, who has been spending some time on bringing up this patch again. Has been sitting for some time, but he has finished it. So hats off.
Yeah, and it was also an issue for Teslas, I can tell. And I didn't try the fix to see if it worked now, but
probably won't fit because it's a string comparison. It compares about the connection name.
Yeah, it's exactly the same issue as the Nissan one, so this should be the same thing.
Yeah, it needs to be reapplied with the different name. But yeah, it could work. Would be a little exercise for you.
It worked. It worked previously with Pixel 3a, so I guess it should work as well on Noble.
It was a Pixel 3a, so that makes me happy.
Yeah, the Pixel 3a is still working with my car, so no problem.
Oh, look at that! Very nice. All right, so yeah, and also introduction to documentation. I've started also some documentation about enabling FS script on your device, should you ever choose to do so for your port. There's detailed steps to enable the port to actually run with file system encryption in mind. It needs a configuration in Etsy, and it also needs an additional switch for device config to actually enable the system settings UI to trigger this. It's a little involved, but it's worth the shot, and it's all been documented. It should be merged hopefully soon when someone takes a look at the merge request, and it will be showcased on docs.ubiports.com. So go check that out once that is available. Yeah, that's about it, if I may say so real quick. I don't see anything that we could stuff into more time.
Yeah.
Also, very important to note, we have moved our naming from UTNext to the version number 2004 or 24.04-1.x. So this is the new version that will be prepended to pretty much everything. So even when you do QA installations, UbiPorts QA installations, it will be affected by the name change. So you need to prepend that name and then underscore dash underscore whatever it needs to be. Is it a PR or a merge request? That it needs a PR underscore project name underscore number of the project or number of the pull request. That needs to be provided. Then you can install all those things, and it should work properly. We should have some documentation about this, if I remember correctly. I hope we do, because this is an important thing.
Yeah.
Needs to be investigated.
Yeah, sure. And I also wanted to mention that some people are asking about VoLTE support. This is still early days. Not all devices are supported, and not all supported device first landed in OTA 9, and so it's more probable that it's still in Devil. But there is a way to find out which devices are enabled. This is not foolproof because, as you know, the Pixel 3a development on the VoLTE front has stopped because Alfred cannot do this because of his operator. But if someone else can tackle this, it's welcome. And I found maybe there was some people that was interested. Maybe they will be able to do this, or if they don't have the skills, then it will be just staying in this state. But there is this URL that you can enter. I will set it also in the chat, so you can refer to it or copy paste it easily. So this allows you to check if VoLTE plugins have been enabled for the devices. So yeah, that's something helpful, at least so you know that there is a chance because someone started to do something on this front. But it can also be just a dead end because the porter or the maintainer didn't reach the maturity point where it works. But that's a good help to start.
Definitely. A little bit of knowledge, of knowledge about the voice of LTE stack on Android is surely a very helpful combination that you could bring. If not, you will definitely learn about it if you're interested into that. So yeah, just remember this is something that we're doing mostly voluntarily, and the Pixel 3a specifically which means it can't get support from the vendor. We're on our own, and in this case, we can't do much about it other than wait.
Yeah. And on the news front, there's also some news that people have heard and asked on the forum. It's about the Danish government that wants to move out from Microsoft, and probably they will have a similar move for mobile devices with non-Googled things. So the first thing they will probably try is AOSP, but I hope that people in Denmark can spread the word about Ubuntu Touch, and if it reaches official ears, then we are willing to talk, because if the government wants to help us with some developers, it will bring a tremendous value to them, because they will have a true autonomous operating systems that can work for their needs. And not everything is suitable for government usage. I'm thinking maybe for schools and stuff, it can be a problem to not have parental control. But that's features that we did not tackle because we don't have the manpower to do this. But with the help of some developers from their government, then we can try to help them achieve it, and it will benefit the whole community. That would be amazing, and that would be also maybe a first step for other countries to join the effort, and it can snowball to make it Ubuntu Touch a true alternative to Android and iOS. That's something I believe, I hope for.
If someone says this is a miracle, prove me wrong. When it happens, it feels good.
Yeah, I'm a believer. I believe people will understand that Ubuntu Touch needs to be here. It needs to exist. We cannot do without it.
Right.
So I believe it will benefit everyone if something like this happens. So
right.
Finger crossed.
Very nice. Got a lot of motivational speeches now.
Yeah,
we should put names and tags on them. Remember when that one time when Paul and Alfred were talking about, or Appley and Alfred were talking about this? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
it's been chronologically available.
Yeah, if YouTube doesn't collapse. But we'll try to save it. Okay. Do you have any more news, or should we go to the new applications and updated apps?
New apps are fine. Let's go to that.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. So we have a couple of new apps this time. The first one is UbiCrypto. UbiCrypto is an app allowing you to check the status of the different crypto monies that you can follow. It, if I understand it correctly, it allows you to create also some kind of wallet with the crypto you're holding worth, so your portfolio. So listing what crypto money you have, and see how much it's worth based on the latest news and the current status of the crypto. So yeah, quite interesting to have it back. It's an update from we had once similar like this, but without the portfolio feature, and I found it that portfolio is quite nice to have, I guess. So thanks Goku Karta for this UbiCrypto app. So yeah, very good to have one on this. And we have also a spreadsheet app, so that's great. So thank you, FP5E, for this. That's amazing. This is HTML based spreadsheet viewer and maybe editor. Yeah, editor. So I will just cite, I think it's John Cybersheep, our own John, that commented on this. And John said that it's something they could use. They mentioned that no code is available or no bug tracker. I think it has been fixed because now I see the sources and I can see the GitHub issue. So I think it has been fixed in the meantime. And so it is mentioning also a wrong icon size, but and that the UI is a bit weird. But for mobile and spreadsheet, I guess it won't be straightforward. I don't think anything can be not weird on mobile. But he says also that they say also that the cells can only be saved by entering, tapping the enter key, but still usable. So yeah, this is a welcome addition to the apps. Thank you a lot, FP5E, for this. That's very great. And since the last time, we had a couple of updates. First one is Kiwix. Kiwix been updated recently, and it's a way to have wikis offline. So you can download your favorite wiki and have it on your device. So thanks to Kiwix thanks Kiwix team for this. Damn, it's hard to say. We have also the Mensa Max app. So from Luxus, this is the app allowing you to order school lunch. I don't remember the country, but
it's Germany.
Yeah, Germany, great. So yeah, that's a good thing also to have it maintained. A game, Never Ball and Never Putt, that has been updated. Thank you, Centris, for this. Yeah.
Very important thing.
It's a very funny game. If you haven't played it, yeah, you use a gyroscope to just play mini golf or putt, how it's called, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty easy to use. You can. It's quite difficult because I'm not good at it, but it's still funny.
You can get the hang of it. You can learn the game.
Yeah. Well, it's a good way to spend some time if you're waiting for your bus or anything. Wade Developer also has been updated. Very useful app. Thank you. Aaron is the guy, and Aaron is the guy in this case. So uWolf also has been updated. It was a recent entry last time, and Chromium OS guy is still working on it. So yeah, expect updates quite regularly in the coming weeks, because I think Chromium OS guy is still on this and quite hooked by this app. So great to have another browser on Ubuntu Touch. The GIS forecast also, this is a weather forecast app by Vlad Nirky. I think it's a Russian one, if I remember correctly. I think the GIS Meteo website is from, yeah, this is .ru. So yeah, an app that is quite useful because, yeah, not everyone likes the weather app, but yeah. And I personally have another app as well. This is a web app that I use because it has local information that are better than what you can find in the API we use. The audio recorder also has been updated by Luxus 42, so thank you for the continuous support. This is quite a useful app to have on your device. Many people just like to take vocal notes. And the time management.
I actually wanted to say something there. I have toyed around with the idea of bringing it into Ubuntu Touch and maintaining it as an official app, as an official core app. What does
That
that sound like?
that would be a good core app, I guess.
I guess so, because it very nicely fits into the whole. You record something, you can share it, you can store it. It's on a small app. It does one thing, it does it well. It follows that concept,
Yeah.
and it's very nice overall. So maybe it's worth a shot. I don't know. Luxus seems okay with the idea.
Oh, Sam, that's great. It's always nice to have the people on board, even if it's open source and that we can do whatever we want.
Right.
It's always nice to ask. The time management app also has been updated, so by one of the different maintainers, Kalin CIT services. Great to see the continuous support for this useful app for companies and businesses. So yeah, and also for self-employed people.
Mhm.
So yeah, that rounds things up for the apps for this couple of weeks. So very nice to see a couple of new apps quite every time, almost every time, I guess.
Mm.
It's been a while that I separate the new apps from the updated ones, and it seems to always have been at least one or a couple. So it's great to see new apps coming.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah,
Have a new
and more
app to
and
talk about
more.
every time. All right. Well, thanks again, Aptly. And I think that brings us over to the sponsors, right? Shall we head over to the sponsors?
Yeah, we should. Um, Maybe I will take the Patreons if you take the sponsors.
Overall, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Well, who does it?
No, you do the sponsors, I do the Patreons.
All right. So, yeah, that's a young mistake. Let's start with the sponsors. Moves, Voila, Pine64, OneStein, DigitalOcean, Netlify, Odoo Community Association, Private Internet Access, Gardner and Associates Consulting Inc., Tixia, GitLab, Cloudrun, CodeLutin, Gandhi.net, and Brax Technologies. Thanks again for sponsoring us and helping us stay afloat and doing what we want to do. And we hope this stays that way as well for as long as possible.
Yeah, sure. And a huge thanks also to our patrons over on patreon.com or on LiberaPay. So thank you a lot. Acil, Adam Avelka, Conspy, Daniel Franchak, Heather Ellsworth, Jose Angel Escura, JT, Caleb Clark, Kenneth Drew, Luigi311, Marty McFly Jr., Michael Kellner, Mr. T10001, Omegus, Pavel Arnost, PK, Robin Hood, Rondarius, Spenderhose, and Xela Alex 1234. Thank you and welcome to Xela Alex to the new list of Patreons. And we have also the random files because sorry, last time I didn't have time to prepare and the Wi-Fi was very bad, as you all saw. So thanks again to Jorge RR, CHFKCH, it's unpronounceable. Thank you, Mitsuya Shibata. Thank you, Dan Gilmore and Rob Cutmore. It's always nice to have
I think
your support.
I think I figured out the short one, the CHFKCH. Maybe it stands for Chef Koch.
Chefco.
Yes,
This is
Chef Cook. Chef.
yeah.
Maybe it stands for that. Who knows? If somebody knows, let us know in the comments.
I guess one knows for sure.
Probably, yeah.
And so if you also want us to mispronounce your name, you can go to ubiports.com/donate, and there are a lot of means to donate. Even Bitcoins, if I remember correctly, we have one. I didn't check the crypto account to see if there's something. Maybe I will ask around to see if there's something there, because maybe I miss a lot of Patreons there. Or it won't make us rich, but it might make us famous. You can also go to the shop, ubiports.com/shop, and buy some merch. I don't have one on me today, but it's always good to spread the word, and it worked. At work, sorry. I had some people interested that didn't know uBports was still here, and get some renewed interest. I have a coworker that is now testing Ubuntu Touch on their Fairphone 4, and they keep their Fairphone 5 on Android for just have their regular means. So not yet a daily driver, but I hope it will be soon.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
We do have questions coming in from the forums every 2 weeks. So we roughly take those questions starting the week, and we let it sit for a while. And we've got a few questions coming in from various people. So let's start with Captain Funk. Hi, everyone. Thanks for answering my previous questions. I keep getting new ones. When encryption will be ready, will it be possible to encrypt the system without doing a reinstallation of UT and Android? Well, starting with that question, yes, it will be a smooth migration over from an unencrypted to an encrypted device. It needs some space available to make the transition possible, but rest assured it should work once all the storage is available. And but the downside is for old devices, it might break due to the little inconvenience with older device kernels where it doesn't do encryption properly in containers anymore. So that's to be thought of. Newer devices like the Fairphone 5 work properly, so I'm living with that. I don't know what to do with other devices. They might have to live with this for a short little while until they're discontinued, but let's see what happens. The next question is, are you thinking or planning to implement the screen rotation to 180 degrees? Well, Apple has added something.
Yeah, to explain a bit this issue, it's if you have your device like this and you rotate it this way, they want to have the full thing to rotate this way, and also have both landscape mode to be on this front or the same on this one. Currently, the rotation doesn't work properly on the novel version for the Fairphone 5, but I know this feature worked at some point, and it was not working on Focal. So I don't know if it was something that was intentional or if it was just a regression of some kind, but not so bothering.
Yeah, well, shall we head to the next question?
Yeah.
In order to understand better, in order to understand better how things work, I'd like to know if the system updates, OTAs, that we receive are different for each device. I guess that they are also including the work done by the porters in between system update. Because of the devices page, we can only see the last commit for each device, and I was wondering how these changes make their way to each particular device. So yes, there are two things. There is first and foremost the generic rootfs that we release, that we import into System Edge so that it's available for everyone, and the device-specific port files that get fetched also from Systems UI, from System Settings server, so that port-specific files are also installed and shipped to the device. This is a requirement, so it needs to be done, and it works pretty well for us, so I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Yeah.
The next question, also from Captain Funk. I was wondering, although the PinePhones are the only one where we can natively install UT, They seem badly supported. A ton of features are still missing when I look at the devices page. Why do you think it's like this? So it's maybe it's a lack of interest from the overall community about Pine phones and running them with Ubuntu Touch, but maybe that's just me. I've seen very interesting quotes online where they said it's a blessing almost that the partitioning scheme works the way that it works, because it allows to back up data more easily and restore it very quickly. But those are very rarely seen, to be honest. So yeah, it's also a question of manpower, because we still haven't finished working system image migration for Pine devices, which is a necessity to install OTA updates in the first place on Pine phones, and that doesn't work at the moment. We still require a reflash whenever we release a new release. That's not going to work for many people out there. So we need a solution there, and all the help that we can get there is welcome. So let us know if this is in your interest, in your area of interest, so that we can get the ball rolling.
Yeah. I will take the next one, or at least I will ask it, because Total Sonic asked a long question, and basically it revolves around the Note application for Noble. So the Note application is able to sync with Evernote, and the API will be discontinued, so it won't work anymore. So the question is, will there be an effort specific on Noble to keep the Note apps? Do we want to support connectivity to Nextcloud to sync the Note from Nextcloud with the phone? They also mentioned Jotelt, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. And or also the possibility to remove the Note apps from the core devices, the core apps. So what is your take on this, Alfred?
Yeah, it's still up in the air. I very much liked the Notes app because it did all that I wanted to do, and even with Evernote. I mean, that's maybe not a preferred solution for most people out there nowadays, but it was an appropriate solution for me during my school time. So I kept using that for a while, and it broke, sadly. Doesn't work anymore. But yeah, again, more manpower. We need more people working on it.
Yeah, I guess an integration with Nextcloud would be great.
Very good. Yeah.
Something that we would welcome on every front, because Ghost Cloud is great. It's nice to have the synchronization for the calendar. And also, if we can sync the contacts, it will be also a great thing. If we can have all the Nextcloud features integrated with Ubuntu Touch, it will be a very, very good thing, and something that that can help also with government things, because they will have then, okay, if we have a Nextcloud account that we can administer, they will have most working things. And Nextcloud is very, very great. It works flawlessly for me. So yeah, that will be very welcome. Another question from Tunnel Sonic. With more support for snaps coming in Noble, are there plans to also fix the bugs in Libertine, or does it make sense given the clunky legacy implementation of its code that hasn't had anyone step up to maintain it, to just deprecate Libertine in Noble instead?
Well, I'm thinking of that also, mainly because when I talk about containers, I usually use LXD. I regularly run into situations where I can do things in LXD very flawlessly, because it has a regular apt environment. You apt install things. It runs in a container. It's neatly working in that confined area. And should it require additional permissions, you can do that. So it works to a degree where I would say maybe we should do the graphical apps, the legacy apps, the app things. Maybe we should do that with LXD in the back. Still call it Libertine, but have it run inside of the LXD snap. And that will require us, that would help us actually drop the truth code and mainly rely on the LXD code. And that requires us to have another button in there just to install the LXD snap. Minor inconvenience, but it's certainly doable. Just need someone to finish it or to do the thing in the first place. We haven't decided on it yet, and it remains to be seen what we will decide on.
Yeah. So not out of question, but still to be determined in the dev things.
Right.
Great, thank you. We have also a question from Ida. What is the general state of emergency alert message in UT? It seems available in the UI, but can user expect it to work in an actual emergency? Could this be added to the device page as one of the items in the checklist if it is expected to work? Quite interesting question. Sadly, the answer is it's hit and miss. Some people reported it working. Some people reported that they didn't get any message when there was test in their country. So do you know some of the limitation or something, Alfred, on this front?
Sadly, I'm not involved in that, so I can't make a very authoritative answer to that. But all I can say is it's a hit and miss situation, and for some people it has been reported, as mentioned already, that it works, and some people just said no message received. So you will have to record this. Maybe what would helpful would be some sort of database where we can track this, maybe a wiki or something. But
because I guess it will be operator dependent as well as country dependent, so not just device dependent.
Right.
So it will be a lot of grids to solve things.
Well, it will be a very big matrix, that's for sure. Test matrix.
Yeah.
But yeah, every piece of help is welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think there's a post in the forum about this for you to report if it works or doesn't work with your specific device, operator, and country. So if you happen to know that a test happened in your country and you didn't receive anything, then you can report it there. Or if you did get a notification, then you can also report it. So yeah, it's community effort. It's the best way.
Mm-hmm.
And the last question from the forum is from Stanwood, who asks, hi all, now that VoLTE work is well underway, are there any plans to work on VO Wi-Fi? I assume the IMS service base is similar. Thank you so much and congrats for all your work.
I'm not necessarily aware of that. I mean, it would be helpful if we also supported that, no doubt. Would be very good, just to save that little bit of data.
Yeah, but I guess the problem will be the same for VoLTE, that maybe it's not a standard and that there are a lot of limitations.
It will probably involve some trickery in the module that integrates with the proprietary system there. That's yeah.
But we don't know yet.
Certainly not pretty, but it might be doable.
Everything is doable. We just need more people on board, more developers.
Developers.
Yeah. Well, actually, I made a presentation like this, and I said what we need is developer. But but
Yes.
developer for the OS, developer for apps, and developer for porting. So yeah, we need
That is,
three kind of developers, and if
that is true.
someone happens to be in both two categories, it's great.
Mhm.
And if you're like Alfred, you're perfect.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Oh, well.
welcome. Yeah, let's see if we have questions in the chat. I wanted to mention this one just because.
Yeah, this is hosted by a friend of mine, which I just decided to put my laptop up on in his room. So this is hosted, sponsored by a friendship, and look at that. Like,
Yeah, very important friendship.
yes.
Oh, not a lot of messages. Do we have questions here?
Ha 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 ha. Someone wants to be premature here. Has anyone already tried Ubuntu Touch on the Fairphone 6? No. No, we haven't. We've
No,
not seen it yet. I've
but
not touched it.
I saw a couple of videos and the specs. Well, I kind of like it.
Okay.
And I don't mind the screw-in battery. Some people complained about that, but
Right.
I find it fair.
Right. Well, if you can screw it out, if you can replace it. Can you replace it?
Yes, you can replace it. You just need to unscrew it.
Very
And
nice.
the back also is not a snap-on; it's a screw-on. So you have two screws for the back, and then I think it's 4 or 5 screws for the battery. Okay, given it's a lot for the battery to have like 5 screws, but I don't think one swaps battery like, okay, my phone is dying, I will just
Yeah.
open it, swap batteries, and reboot it. No,
Yeah.
at least that's not the use case I can envision.
Yeah. It's certainly more involved, but it's not useless.
Yeah. And
All right.
yeah, Conspa is right. Only USB 2, so no hardware connection for screen sharing.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, but not a lot of devices use it. And once Ubuntu Touch will be a mainstream OS, then it will be back. I'm sure of it.
Yes. Yes, that's the hope. All right. Well, it rounds it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Thanks everyone for joining us tonight, and hope you stay well until the next time. And stay healthy, eat your vegetables and your, everything else that's supposed to be healthy. And we'll see each other next time.
Stay alive, stay safe, and be well. See you.